And then remember, it's very important, if you open a bottle of wine, you have to drink all of it before you finish cooking, or else the rest of the food won't taste good.
Oh, it's the American roll.
Today on Chef vs. Pantry, we have special guest McClenny, who is a content creator, chef, and cookbook author. Her brand new amazing cookbook, Make It Japanese, is out now. So today we're just gonna look around.
Okay, look around.
See what you find.
Okay.
And we'll make some food.
I will see, because everything is like home cooking.
Yeah.
So I feel like this book is perfect for this show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get panic in the pantry.
This is one section of the pantry over here.
Okay. Oh, you have some Japanese ingredients.
I always have some
good,
Japanese
right?
ingredients. And then I have a few things in the fridge as well that you can take a look at.
I'm short. I like that sesame oil.
Oh yeah, this is a good one, right?
Yes.
Yep. Now I have like 9 different kinds of soy sauce. I've got like 2 Chinese soy sauces, 2 Japanese soy sauces, tamari.
Do you have sake?
I do, yes. I was at a really good market and they had some really beautiful Ora King salmon.
Okay, let's do that.
You want to do that?
Yes. All
I've
right.
got lots of options.
daikon.
I have some daikon. I'm going to make on a later episode. For a New Year's episode, I'm going to make a soba. Celery, that's dandelion greens.
Okay.
Just
I
taking
wish I
everything
have
out.
this much storage in my
I'm very
house.
lucky from a storage standpoint.
Yes.
There's a few different kinds of mirin. There's lots of kinds of mirin, actually.
I'm glad you have this one. Mirin is kind of sweetener. I think
It's like a sweet cooking sake.
yes. And this one is the good one called home mirin. This is like true mirin. But there it's kind of like a fake kind of mirin.
It's more like
wannabe.
corn syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe this too. Do you have white vinegar and white wine?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make salmon ball. That's something. So this is actually cover dish of my book. This one. I used to make this dish all the time before my shift when I was working in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's like filling, has protein and healthy. So let's cook rice. You have rice cooker?
I do.
Let's make 2 cups. And you don't need to go crazy. I usually do like 2 or 3 times. This melody. So while rice is going, I want to make pickle. I usually use radish, and so I can use radish top.
Oh, yeah.
But we have daikon, and I'm going to slice beets and pickle.
Are you pickling it in the same pickle together?
So it's kind of gives a nice color.
So these are the beet greens.
Yeah, I think this is something I learned from Jeremy. He used like everything.
Well, there's a couple recipes in your cookbook that kind of remind me of Jeremy a little bit.
Oh.
Using the carrot tops for the tempura.
Right.
And also the miso banyakata. Beet greens are very flavorful. It's like having spinach that tastes like beets.
We need 1/2 cup of white wine. I use distilled white vinegar, but you know, we have some leftover screaming like, use me.
So we have a 1/2 cup of vinegar.
1/2 cup of water. 3 tablespoons of sugar. All right.
So now we're basically just making a pickle brine.
Yes.
And then just a little pinch of sea salt. And then just pour this in.
Yes.
We'll do it over the sink because I don't trust myself.
Preferably, I wanna pickle overnight, but cold.
But once it's room temperature, you can eat it.
Yep.
But it'll get better the longer it goes. And then it'll last in the fridge for forever.
Yeah. I think I just need one.
Yeah?
Do you have a pan with lid?
Yes. And do you usually do skin on for this?
I take off skin after I cook.
Okay,
so
great.
it's easier. And can I get 1/4 cup mirin and sake?
Yes. 1/4 cup mirin, 1/4 cup sake?
Yep.
So it's 1/4 cup water, 1/4 cup mirin, 1/4 cup sake. And you're essentially just sort of poaching this?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. And bring it to a boil. And I'm going to put the lid. All right. Then maybe we're going to saute the veggies.
Yeah. What oil do you want to use?
Olive oil?
Olive oil? So this is now coming to a boil, so do I cover it?
Lower the heat.
How long would you let this go for?
5 minutes or so.
Great. You cook it like this, and then you let it simmer to get tender, and then you're gonna take the lid off, and then turn the heat up, and let it all evaporate down, and so then all you have left is just the flaky salmon.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So this is something like I never cooked before. It's just salt. Should we put some like vinegar?
Sure.
This is something like I usually don't do, you know?
Yeah,
Very
but
intuitive.
like beet greens and stems with like salt and vinegar is always gonna taste great.
Yeah. Let's take off skin
Oh, yeah.
now. I think bigger pan,
Will reduce
it
faster.
And as you cook, salmon absorb the flavor.
That's a really cool technique. And also, it's people who get like intimidated by cooking seafood. It's a really great trick that you can cook it without worrying about overcooking it, without worrying about all these things. That it's going to be this really flavorful, delicious fish.
I usually use sesame oil to finish. I season as I go.
How many people would this much salmon serve?
I think this is 4 people portion.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that, I talk about in my cooking, and I think it happens a lot, and you talk about in your book as well, that, meat and protein can be a extender to a dish. It's not like you don't have to eat a giant piece of fish
Yes.
and a little bit of rice. It flavors the dish and brings it together. That's delicious.
Yay! I cook this like a lot. And then put it in the freezer or refrigerator.
Oh,
So,
whenever you make rice, you can just mix it in and you're ready to go. Oh, did you want to do an egg too?
Oh yeah, let's make a fried egg.
Yeah. Look at the gorgeous color of those pickles.
So for my cookbook, I use radish. I like adding pickles, so give some crunch to this dish. But sriracha is kind of like optional, but I like just like a little.
This is so good.
The rice is perfect.
Oh my god, the rice is perfect.
With the salmon flaked into it.
This is so good that I actually have my lunch delivery sitting over there, and I'm gonna eat both, but I'm gonna eat this first.
And we made these pickles on the show.
That quickly?
The trick to cooking the salmon that way and then be able to flake it into the rice is such a brilliant idea I can do all the time now.
Yay! I'm glad.
That's gonna be
You
like
always want it incorporated in. Like no one eats it in like a compartment.
we just cooked with what we found in the kitchen, but this dish is so good. It's also the cover girl of this book.
Yes.
And for a more precise, exact version, you can make it this way. But also, when you learn these tricks, you can kind of modify however you see fit. And this is just such a beautiful, amazing cookbook that Rie made. Curried kabocha croquettes,
Yes.
spicy tuna mazamen. It just all looks so beautiful. And you made such an amazing book. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
Can you come cook for me off camera?
Sure, of course.
I have a family and a life.